planning on doing a video like this. Typically, this channel, I like to focus on either vintage, secondhand, or of course, encouraging you to shop your own closet, use what you have. But I've had so many questions around some of the items I've added to my closet recently. I thought that I would just cover them all in one video. I will put the links in the description below. I'll tell you why I bought them, where I bought them from. I'll give you a bit of a review. So let's jump on it. All right, first up, the item that I get requested information about the most, these sandals. They are Emme Parsons. I bought them a few weeks ago online. I think I found them on Net-a-Porter. I've had my eye on a pair of Emme Parsons sandals for about a year. However, the model I was originally looking at was the more like strappy kind. I think it's the Susan is the model that it's called. I was looking at secondhand for about a year. They've been on my list. Couldn't find them in my size. And when I can't find something secondhand after so long, it is for me a good sign because it says that, you know, people don't want to let these go. So they're keeping them for a long time, which is another indication of a good investment in my opinion. So couldn't find them. I had a knee injury. It's been so hot here. I can't wear closed-toe shoes all the time. And the Emme Parsons website came out with this model, which is called the Body. It is a lot more robust than the sandal that I was looking at originally. I felt like it had so much more support. So I bit the bullet. I think they were around 450 US. And so far I am really happy with them. They're very comfortable. They have a similar bed as a Birkenstock. There is a lot of arch support though as well. If you're flat-footed, that's really important to note. Typically with a sandal, I don't like anything that doesn't wrap around the heel, but because the strap comes up so high, it's really great. Like my foot doesn't flap around. I feel really well supported and contained in this. What I did do, however, and I know you're probably gonna think it's crazy because it was a really expensive shoe in the first place, but I can't risk slipping and falling. I actually went to the local cobbler here in Shibanik and I had him add a rubber sole. So originally these are a leather sole. For me personally, I just prefer a rubber sole. I'm wearing a size 8. I would say my foot is like a 7 3/4 and these are the 38 and they fit perfectly. The next item I get a lot of questions about is this little brown bag. This is a vintage find. I found it at the Urban Jungle in Portugal in Lagos. I did an entire video on this bag, on that whole shopping experience, so I will link that up here for you. Something else that I've had on my list for a really long time is a medium-sized brown and black bag. But I mean, a secondhand Loewe small puzzle, which is what I was looking for, is around 2,500, 2,600 at the least, like at the lowest end. And I don't know, for shoes I can justify spending a lot of money, but I'm not a huge bag person. So when I saw this, it fits my camera, like the little Canon that I'm recording on right now. It fits my wallet, my phone, and I liked how it had a little bit of structure. It reminds me kind of like a classic vintage Coach bag, which I really like the aesthetic of as well. The only thing is it was missing a strap, but I love how it has the little top handle. Something else that I get questions about a lot is this guitar strap, which I bought separately from this bag. I found this at a local boutique in Portugal, and I just think they go so perfectly together. That was kind of my plan when I bought this bag. I knew I wanted it to be more versatile, so I went out and I found this strap. I don't know if it was necessarily like ethically made or secondhand, but I did find it at a local shop, so that was a really nice experience. If you want to find one of these straps yourselves, I would recommend looking on Etsy and then searching guitar bag strap. You can also find these on The Real Real, Vestiaire Collective, kind of guitar strap style. They're not that expensive. I love how they can make every bag you own a little bit more versatile. This bag actually came with the little loops on top, but if you don't have them, just go to your local cobbler and have them put on like a little loop and you can attach your strap. That's the secret behind these. I will try and find something similar to it and link it down below, but you know, with vintage and secondhand, everything is very unique. Okay, something else I consistently get questions about is this leather belt that I'm wearing right now. It is by Canadian company Brave Leather. I love these guys. They're based out of Toronto. I've been working with them for a little while and their belts are absolutely beautiful. They're ethically made in Toronto. This is called the FIA, and I just think a belt can add so much to an outfit. It's pretty stiff. It's not super malleable, so it's not the kind of belt that you can like make a little knot in or anything like that, because the buckle is just so interesting. It's almost like jewelry for your outfit. I've brought you to the Old Town in Šibenik because this is obviously one of my favorite zones. I think it's everyone's favorite zone. It's so beautiful. It's been so beautifully refurbished, really beautiful boutiques and everything like that. Šibenik is actually an incredibly old town. It was first founded by Croats in 1066. And I thought it would be most fitting then to pair it with two of my oldest items, which I still get asked about all the time. So the first, if you've been around for a while, you know this is coming. My JMB Canada convertible backpack. This beauty is like a really gorgeous leather. JMB Canada is actually based not far from Ottawa in a really beautiful town called Chelsea. They hand make all of their bags and accessories there on site. I've actually been to their workshop. I've met the owner and the designer, and I've sent so many of you their way that I also have a standing discount code with them, which I always leave in the description box. What I especially love about them is that I know some of you have come back to me after you've purchased your bag and you've told me that, you know, you had specific color requirements and things like that. And the designer will actually make a bag pretty close to your specifications. Like if you're looking for a colorway, like one of my older bags that is perhaps no longer available on the site, they will do that for you. Backpacks are so handy, especially for travel. They fit everything, like laptop, camera, phone, iPad, tickets, water bottle, extra set of underwear, bathing suit, whatever you bring in your carry-on. This year is the first year, however, that I did need more of a technical backpack, but you know, if I'm doing like exploring days or things like that, and I still want to feel a little chic, but be able to carry some more things, I always bring these with me because they look so beautiful, and yet they're incredibly, incredibly functional. Next is another oldie but a goodie that you will not be surprised to hear about, and that is this shirt, my white shirt, my linen shirt, pretty much any shirt I own, except for maybe two that are secondhand. My Power of My People shirts I get asked about all the time. Usually either it's the linen one that is very popular or like the basic white. So my basic white Power of My People shirt is the tailor in the proper fit. I wear a medium. This is another Power of My People shirt. I am also wearing a medium. They have a really beautiful boxy cut, which doesn't feel too overwhelming. And again, these guys are just so fantastic. I've spoken with the owners. They're a wonderful couple. They do everything with such precision and care. I typically wear like a 34 or a 36D around the chest. The small fits just as well as the medium. So if you are a bit more busty, or if you're like me and you have a bigger bust with more of a small frame, these shirts are really fantastic. Or I know a lot of women who are just larger busted in general, and these shirts fit beautifully. Another new addition that I've had so many questions on, even though I've had them for not a very long time, these sneakers. I found them recently at the mall in Split. I normally hate malls, but I was really on a mission to find a sneaker that was lighter weight. So this is mesh instead of leather. My other criteria was a toe lift to make sure I don't trip really easily on all the uneven sidewalks and things like that. Good cushioning, and a brand that I know and trust. So these are Asics. I used to run long distance in Asics, and I've always found them to be really comfortable, really, really supportive also. I have a lot of really good experience with these. No, these Asics are not necessarily eco-friendly. Asics isn't necessarily a brand that I would deem sustainable. However, my slow fashion philosophy always has been longevity first. So I have experience with Asics. They've lasted me for a really long time. This is a really good colorway that works perfectly with my closet. Like, it's got all of my main colors, black, white, and tan. So I think for me, this was a really good investment. This is called the Lyte Classic, and I will link to all of their Lyte Classic colorways in the description box. I couldn't find this one online, but at least you've got the model number there. Really affordable as well. They're nice and lightweight, so perfect for summer. We are just around the corner from one of my favorite little piazzas in Šibenik, a little square. Years and years ago, it used to be used for the main market, and it's still used as a market today, but now it is a home to my favorite wine and coffee bar called Nomola. Really really beautiful, really good coffee. I've definitely had a few beautiful afternoons just sitting there with my book and a great glass of rosé. And it's also home to a really wonderful local boutique called Lanterna. This local boutique features a lot of Croatian designers and local Croatian brands, really like beautiful items. And this lovely boutique is where I bought my final piece. It was actually a wonderful gift by my family members. So this dress is by a local Croatian designer called Sharmas Fashion. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. I will link their Instagram account for you down below as well. Really beautiful pieces. I was really drawn to this dress because it felt so wonderful for the warmer weather. Really flowy. It has that beautiful like feminine touch that I find is very prevalent here amongst Croatian women and Croatian style. Like a lot of these really nice details, but it wasn't too over the top. Like it's got these really beautiful minimalistic clean lines. I love the little adjustable bow straps at the back and the open back. But most of all, I think what I love about it is the silhouette it creates. The beautiful slit down the front coupled with the tiered hem. I find it so flattering and chic at the same time. Anyway, so this is a really special edition. I think it's the perfect souvenir for my time in Croatia, especially here in Šibenik. I feel really, really happy in this dress. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you've made it this far, I so appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you learned something new, hit subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your week, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Ciao!